Hello, everyone. How's it going? Good afternoon. I need to very much so wake up. I made the classic blunder. The absolutely classic blunder. You do that thing where you wake up like way earlier than you're supposed to, but instead of just riding it out, you're like, I'm gonna go back to sleep. To actually get the amount of sleep that I was supposed to get, and then you massively overshoot. So now I don't know what year it is. That's not the right thing. Yeah, see, like, I was just trying to use the ether right here to teleport over to the... to Juno. That's not the thing that you do. Also, this is something that was, like, brought up last time, and I genuinely, like, completely forgot this was a thing. In the English, they don't have tags underneath NPCs' names, do they? Like, this guy is just called, like, Toraja. Or whatever. Like, Toralja, however the fuck they would spell this, with no indication as to what he does. Some do, some don't. Wonderful. God, this game is terrible in English. That guy is not clearly marked at all. That's so funny. Yeah, it's literally unmissable in Japanese. Yeah, like, all of them are marked. I can't think of one that isn't marked, actually. Actually, hold on. We can test that, actually. Here, really quickly. Oh, there it is. I hate Katakana so much, man. I thought that living memory would be marked differently. Yeah, no, those all say transportation. Transportation, transportation. Like these ones, that tell you you talk to them. Nah, see, I was looking for some reason I was looking for living memory in here, but it's down here. This one, Unlost World, is just... Ugh. Unlost World is such a terrible name. And seeing Unlost World in katakana causes, like, spiritual damage to me. Yeah, distant promise. Wow, yeah, okay, Garland tools updated, and now I can just see the Hollow Promise. For that last quest, man. I would say, man, that, like, all of the charity left my body the second that they had Papa Shan say that he, like, it's like, what, you go off and give, like, lemonade to the guards around, Olaha? Or some, you know, drink like that. And in the Japanese, he's just a very kind, like, old man. It's a very sweet little line. And in the English, he says, like, oh, this is my favorite. I always drink it when I feel like killing myself. That exact moment was when it's like, oh, okay. Oh, this is way worse than I thought it was going to be. Like, they're just, anything that is unvoiced, they just, like, they have zero filter. They'll just put in anything. Okay, first we should head back to Mamuk and rendezvous, yeah, meet up with the messenger. Okay, somebody might have seen Soreja there, sure. God damn it, I'm just going right back to Mamuk again. I mean, part of that is that my voice is very highly variable depending on the day. It's, like, very highly variable. And also, the audio setup is completely different. Like, that's the big one, is that the audio setup is very different. I wasn't using any sort of, like, compressor or post-filtering or anything like that. I hate messing with audio, but the previous streams, like, everything was too quiet. The game, audio, me. I'm glad you made it back safe. I'm so looking forward to this, though. I'm so looking forward to this because, like, this is going to sound mean, and I don't particularly care that it does, but it's very funny to me that, like, people 20 years later, like, real people 20 years later have to spend time out of their life coming up with garbage half-rhymes for every single Shantaro line just because one man-child 20 years ago, like, offhandedly thought it would be funny to make her rhyme. Like, that is genuinely hilarious. That they are so insistent on sticking to convention and abiding by previous translations no matter how bad they are. That they'll spend that much time to rewrite every single line of dialogue. Because Richard Mark Honeywood just randomly decided that she should rhyme. 20 years ago. And then all of the player base have to fucking tolerate it. Okay, I heard from Alshal. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping Soreja's plan. Okay. This is all just kind of like wrapping up lines. It's so funny. Yeah, thank you. Thanks to all of your work. Oh yeah, he's saying, like, thanks to Bokujaja, we were able to prevent the, like, attacks from the remnant echoes, echo remnants. It's like echo remnants. Okay, but just moments ago, report from Regard that Sareja, accompanied by remnants, appeared in what, Gokudorak Cavern. Yeah, likely that that combat has ensued. Okay. Bakujaja already went off to go help. He's asking us to do so too. God damn it. We come all the way back here. And then I gotta go back and you. Oh my god. Wait a second. Again. Think about how painful this would be in the English if you didn't know that there was a fast travel NPC. Think about how much time players wasted, like, collectively. Like, how many total people played this quest series? How many people of them knew that there was a fast travel NPC? How much collective time was wasted because of the EN team just not putting fucking transportation under this dude's name? Like, the sheer level of contempt that the EN teams, like, shows for the players is ridiculous. Like, the fact that Kochi still jokes about Starbird and Larbird, like, haha, what a funny little quirky little thing that I did. Like, the sheer contempt that these fuckers have for the fans is genuinely disgusting.
サレージャによる突然の襲撃に命がけで応戦したのですが、抵抗虚しく天深きセノーテへの侵入を許す結果に。
Okay. So, once again, these are all very, like, just polite form explainer lines. I'm not gonna go into super depth. Yeah. Yeah, it's transportation under the name in Japanese. All of the... Like, pretty much, I think all of the fast travel / movement NPCs have descriptor text under their names that tell you what they do. But the funny thing is that JP players are more likely to not know what, like, transportation means in full English. But they would at least see, like, oh, this is an NPC that does a thing. Like, this is an NPC that does a thing. And we fought, well, like, you would probably say bravely against Sareja's attack, but we failed and ultimately, yeah, has invaded the cenote.
先ほど到着されたバクージャジャ隊長は報告を受けてすぐにサレージャを追って先へ進まれました。無事だといいのですが。
Okay, Bakujaja got here immediately. Yeah. He's chasing after Sareja. But I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah. Even so, we should hurry. Sareja won't go down easily. Or it's like won't go down quiet, probably. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like the real. Yeah, like even if a JP player knew zero English, but the thing is that considering the general like layout of the game in Japanese, most JP players would probably be able to like at least identify the word. Like the game is complex enough that having a single, like, slightly difficult English vocabulary word is kind of par for the course. Wait a second. Wait, Kiri no Tairiku? Huh? Yeah, like the English tag would be enough to let you know that that is a thing. It's been established for long enough that players are going to know. Wait, I don't... Like, this might just be me being kind of sleepy and not remembering this. What, like, what, even if I were to go to, like, the continent of the mists, or, like... the thing is, Kiri no Tairiku, I don't want to say just, like, mist continent. That, in English, that sounds terrible. But you also don't want to say some hack shit like Mistlands. They'll, like, what, chase me down anyway? Oh, Final Fantasy IX was all about mist. Oh!
どこともわからぬ次元の裂け目に逃げ込めさえすれば。
It's like, what, I just need to escape into that, like, dimensional rift wherever it goes. Yeah, I don't know enough about, like, old FF to know the specific game references.
逃がさねえぞ、サレージャ。イサム連隊として、お前の身柄を確保するぜ。
You're not getting away. Sareja. Or it's like, as a member of the Braves, I'm taking you into custody.
もう追いついてきたか。こうなれば、
He's already here.
黙っている場合では。我が王、バクージャジャーよ。
Okay, it's like, what, I need to... Honestly, this is like, what, I need to... Narifuri kamatteru? But, like, now's not the time for pride.
はあ、俺様たちが王だと
My king, Bakushasha. What? What, you're calling me king? Oh, but, like, this is another thing. In terms of the translation here, Bakushasha is never translated like this. They don't capture any of this tone, man. Like, this ha? 俺様たちが王だと? Like, they just translate them like everybody else. This really should be like, what? What, like, you're saying I'm your king? It's like you're calling me king?
に乗っ取られたドライオラを取り戻すには、マムージャ族を一つに団結させられる指導者が必要、不可欠。そう、相当である、あなた様が。
Yeah, what? To reclaim Toraiora now... Well, like, captured by... Ibuzoku here, it's like, Honestly, you might say, it's like the other or lesser races. We need a leader capable of uniting the Mamuja. It's like, yes, you, the... Almost like exalted two-headed one.
父君であり、マムークの名がたるセレージャ殿も、きっと、ご子息が王となることを望んでおられるでしょう。そのためにも、私と次なる異界を探しに。
Yeah, I'm sure your father, like, Lord, this Zereja Dono. Yeah, you might just say the great Zereja desires nothing more than to see his son become king as well. And so I ask that you join me to seek out what the next world.
らしくねえな、サレージャ。命惜しさに、俺様みてえな野良犬にこびるなんてよ。いつもの余裕は、どこへ行ったんだ？
This Norainu thing is coming back. Okay. Yeah, this ain't like you, Sereja. It's like it's like what I thought you said I was nothing more than a dog. You know, where's that, honestly, like, what's got you all scared for this? He's saying, like, where's that, like, normal composure of yours gone?
言わせておけば。
This 言わせておけば. God, these lines are such pain in the ass. It's just like, how dare he, honestly, or like, he'll pay for that, even.
お、ちょうど良いところへお越しくださいました。どうか、お三方も、バクージャジャ様を止めてくださいませんか。
What fantastic timing. Please, the three of you. Would you not ask? Would you not please, stop? Lord Bakujaja.
お前は自分の悪巧みのために俺たちの世界の記憶を好き勝手いじって利用したんだろうが、それについてはどう思っているんだ。
Okay, it's like what you exploited the memories of our world for your own, like, selfish. It's like what, for your own, like, evil plot? You might just go with, like, what do you have to say for yourself?
ああ、そのことですか。では、お詫びとして、こんなのはいかがです？
Yes, that. So, how about this for an apology? そのことですか。
を改変し、老化する肉体にしてあげましょう。どうせ作られた存在なのですから、願いを叶えるのも自由です。
See, that is such a fun, Weasley shithead line. The そのことですか. Oh, that. Oh, you're talking about that. Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah, okay. I can alter your memories and provide to you a body capable of aging. After all, you are a created or an artificial being. I can freely grant that wish. Huh?
いらねえよ。俺はこの姿だから俺なんだ。そんなことより悪いと思ってるなら、ちゃんと罪を償え。
Is that like a thing in Final Fantasy XI? Like she doesn't age? No idea? I don't know either. The aging bit is Final Fantasy XI story point, yeah? Huh. Man, I'm not gonna check the English yet. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. Yeah, don't need it. It's, part of what makes me, me. If you really feel bad about what you've done, then you gotta... like, atone?
お二人をバナディールへと返して差し上げます。こんな縁もゆかりもない地で果てるのは、本意ではないでしょう？私なら、それができるのですよ。
Yes, I'll take... it's like the sashiagemasu. Like, perhaps I could send the two of you back to Vanadil. Surely you do not want to, live out your days in a... in such an entirely foreign land. I can make that happen for you.
そりゃ帰りたいさ。だけど、こいつらのためにも、お前を逃がすわけにはいかね
I want to go home, but... for their sake, I can't let you get away.
出会ったばかりの他者のために、自らの願いを捨てるとは、彼らは、あなた方を、元の世界に返してはくれませぬぞ。だというのに、一体なぜ？
To throw away your own, desires for strangers you've only just met. They cannot, they will not send you, deliver you back home, you would probably say. And yet why?
一緒に過ごした時間の長さなど関係ない。見返りを求めているわけでもない。
It doesn't matter how much time we've spent together. And I'm not looking for anything in return.
好きになった仲間だからだ。誰かのために行動する理由なんて、それだけで十分なんだよ。
Yeah, I love MTL, man. It's so bad. It's like, what, they're... Once again, allow me to go on the customary nakama and tomodachi, tomo... All of these different words indicating close relationship are not equivalent to the English word friend. They're different. They're different words. In this case, it's probably friend, but Nah, yeah, it's because, the ski ni natta, the ski just means like. In this situation, he means like. Ski can mean like or love. Right? The MTL is taking that to be the love meaning of it. But honestly, you would probably just say, you know, because there are friends, I guess. And honestly, this entire bottom line is probably just best translated to something like, that's enough.
Kudaran. Mini. Kudaran.
What foolish, utterly foolish.
そのような甘い考えだから貴様は大いにつけず。
Every time that amai gets used, it's either going to be translated to like naivete or soft or something like that, and I always hate it. I always hate it. I always want to do something else that isn't shit. Honestly, like, you might just go with the foolishness thing again. Like, that foolishness is why you cannot. It was like why you could not become king.
貴様はかの異界の女王に騙されるのだ。
Huh? Damasareru? Well, like, why you will be deceived by that. Like, by that, what, foreign queen? Wait, who is he talking about? Huh? Why is this future tense? No, yeah, but Sveen is dead. If it was Damasareta, that would make sense. Does he know that? Probably not. But probably he should? I don't know. This is weird.
他者を信じればつけ込まれ、裏切られる。故に私は利用する側に回ったのだよ。
Huh. What if you place your trust in others, they'll betray you? It's like, yeah, they'll take advantage of you and betray you. It's like, what, that's why I chose to do so first.
もはや貴様らを生かしておく価値はない。他者と群れなければ生きていけぬ弱者など、この宮廷、検事サレージャーが手ずから葬ってやろう。
Okay, this is just he's going on a little... There's, like, no longer any worth in letting you live. Like, weaklings such as you. What, huddling together for protection. What court sage Sareja. I don't want to... it fits him like what will here mark your graves.
二度と故郷の土を踏めぬ悲嘆に暮れながら、ここで死ね。
So, listening to these lines is very weird, because one of the things that I've been doing recently is, like, me and my brother are over on Japan Day Tripper, the YouTube channel, are going over Undertale in Japanese. And then I looked forward at some JP playthroughs of Deltarune. And, fucking Rules card has the most fucking insane Japanese speech pattern physically imaginable. And so now anytime that I see, like, even slightly fanciful Japanese, I'm just getting flashbacks. Oh, much, much worse than Yohai. Yohai is great, man. I fucking love Yohai. Why can't he come back? What, it's like, now die here. Well, never to set foot upon your homeland again, or some shit like that. He's basically saying, like, die in pain knowing that you will never, like... What, you might even say, like, you will not be buried in the, like, soil of Toraiora. Of Toral. Yeah, rolled.
それだけの力があれば、一人でだって生きていけるはずだ。それなのになぜ、貴様らは他者と手を取り合う道を選ぶのだ?
Michi. With such strength, you could survive on your own. Yet why do you choose, to walk the path? Like, why do you choose the path of... Why did you choose the path of joining hands with others? Yeah, I mean, the middle option is just like, it's more fun that way. The top one is like, with, like, allies at your side, you can overcome anything. Yeah, the guitar line, I thought we were gonna, like, launch into, like, a high-energy song, but no. I'm gonna say, just more fun that way, man. Like, everything you're doing seems fucking boring, bro.
オレオの気持ちわかるぜ。俺はただ仲間と一緒にいるのが楽しいんだ。
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's just more fun. Being with friends.
やはり私には理解できぬ。
I see. I just can't understand.
長生きしてりゃ、そのうちお前だって心から気を許せる相手に出会えるかもしれねえ。だからこそちゃんと反省して罪を償いよ。
What, you'll live long enough and you might just find... What's someone you can really, like... I mean, you probably want to use the hard line, like, open up your heart to the... A better translation would probably be, like, let down your guard, or open up to... It's like, that's why you need to make up for what you've done. You need to pay for what you've done.
手を貸してくれてありがとよ。だが、女王ちゃんたちが故郷に帰れなくなっちまった。
Thanks for helping out, but... Now you're not gonna be able to go home.
なあに、気にすんなよ。こっちの世界での生活だって結構気に入ってんだぜ。
Don't worry about it. I actually kinda like living here.
あらあら、まだ諦めるのは早くてよ。
Oh shit. Oh my. It's a bit too late, or it's a bit too early to be giving up, don't you think?
シャントット博士、なぜここに？
I'm not entirely sure what the correct thing for Hakase here. It's either doctor or professor. Dr. Shantoro, what are you doing here?
まずは、どこか落ち着いて話ができる場所はありませんこと？ここは、ギラギラビカビカと眩しくて、私の趣味ではありませんからね。
ギラギラビカビカ。Amazing. Firstly, how about we go somewhere where we can have a nice, calm chat? This place is utterly blinding. I can't say it suits my tastes. It's really not to my taste.
よくわからないけど、敵じゃないなら、一緒にマムルクまで戻ろうよ。
I don't really know what's going on or who you are, but if you're not our enemy, let's go back to Momuk together. I wouldn't be surprised if this is just the real Shantoro.
サレージャのやつ、こんな残滓まで作ってやがったのか。本物とはウィンダスで会った時以来かな。
あの時戦った博士は魔法人形だった。ならば、私たちの前にいるのは。ここがマムージャ族の集落ですの？人間を見ても襲ってこないことから察するに、私が知る彼らよりも、よほど文明的なようですわね。
Okay, so to describe the way that she talks, the whole bit here, the reason why she's so memorable in the Japanese is that she uses a very refined, she uses the, sort of elegant, haughty Japanese tone. She knows that she's better than you. Like this one, eh? And she uses watakushi. Like, the whole thing is that she's very small, but also incredibly powerful and very poised. Unshakable resolve. It's pretty much the exact same style of joke as, giving a very small Lalafell, an incredibly deep voice and having them be, the bravest, most powerful character. It's like, what's his face? Like Raoban's adopted son as well. Ah, is this the Pippin Yuyase? Yeah. Ah, is this the Mamuja settlement? The fact that they haven't, attacked us humans on sight means that judging from the fact that they haven't attacked us humans on sight, they appear to be far more civilized than the ones that I was aware of, or that I'm familiar with.
そういえば、ここまでの道中エスコートしてくれた二つ頭のマムージャ族の姿が見当たりませんが？
Speaking of which, where did that two-headed Mamusha who so graciously escorted us all the way here go?
彼は自身が所属する組織の上長に状況の報告に行きました。そんなことよりも、シャントット博士、あなたは一体
Okay, went to report what has occurred to like his superiors within like his organization. But never mind that. Doctor, Professor Shantolo, what are you doing here?
お黙りなさい。言われなくとも私から説明しますから。
お黙りなさい。Silence. This is why she's iconic. What an insane thing to say. What an insane thing to say. Otamari nasai. Silence. God, that's funny. Okay, so this 言わなくても私から説明しますから。Okay. Okay, so you don't want to fuck this up. Obviously, whatever they did is going to be complete nonsense because they had to make it rhyme. So, like, the bar is in hell. There is no bar for the translation here. Literally anything that you did would be better than what they did. Like, even if you rewrote this character to talk like a fucking valley girl, it would be better than their stupid-ass rhyming scheme. Also, if anybody posts, like, any of her English rhyming lines in chat, you're banned. I will actually use the timeout function, probably. I don't want to see that shit. Right now, at least. But... it's like you didn't need to ask me. I was going to tell you. I was going to explain anyway. Again, what an insane thing to say! She's like, you didn't need to ask me to explain, I was going to anyways.
改めまして、シャントットと申します。こことは異なる世界、バナディールの魔導士ですわ。
Once again, allow me to introduce myself. I am Shantoto, a mage from a world other than this one, Vanadil.
お二人とは、偽りのウィンダスでお会いしましたわね。魔法人形の身とはいえ、この私が遅れを取るなんて、微塵も想定していませんでしたわ。
I'm sorry, what? Mijinmo? We met in that false Windhurst. Did we not? Though it was only a, magical automaton body. Magical doll body. I never expected, even in the slightest. It's, honestly, that I could possibly be outdone? Mijinmo? Yeah, that's, like... I never expected, not even in the slightest, that I could possibly be outdone, or that I could possibly be bested.
やはり、あの時戦ったのは、本物の博士ではなかったのですね。そもそも、サレージャが作ったエコーズの残滓なのだから、本人であるはずがないか。
Yeah, okay, so they're setting up for her being real. So... the one we fought wasn't the real Shantoto then, I say, after all. But then again... It's like, you know, since you're... What, just, or like, since it was, you know, merely a remnant of echoes made by Sareja in the first place, they, you know, it couldn't possibly be the true Shantotto to begin with. No, you see, actually, that's a better rhyme than, the things that they write. I've seen, like, a handful of her lines in the English, and they don't even rhyme properly. Like, the funny thing is that, Koji Fox literally had an interview where he was talking about, he said specifically, rhyming has a lot of constraints because of how you need to choose words that have the same ending. Since I had to translate the original meaning from Japanese and also make it rhyme, translating Shantotto's dialogue took me twice as long compared to others. I was like, why'd he have to make this rule for such a talkative character? Laughs. Generational trauma. I genuinely think he's probably, like, pushed it through because he's like, oh, I had to do it and it sucked, so I'm gonna make everybody else do it, haha. I don't give a shit what the players, about the player experience, I just think it's funny. The entire EN team is run by man-children.
Echoes の残滓、それが、あなたや、フリッシュさんのように、バナディールの記憶から生み出された、存在のことですのね。
Remnants of echoes. I believe that's the term for being such as yourself, and Brish, created from the memories of Vanadil. Right? Yeah, she's real.
見る者が見れば、わかりますわ。ですが私は、お二人と同じ、エコーズの残滓ではなく、バナディールからこの人形を操っている、私、本人です。
It's like quite obvious to a trained eye. However, I am not what, like a remnant of echoes such as yourselves. What, I am myself, though I am controlling this puppet from Vanadil. Like, remotely, you might just say. Oba-chan? Oh no. Well, this is basically impossible, but they probably do some real dumb bullshit for this term of endearment. So the thing is that she's calling her old. She's just calling her old, basically. Anytime one of these shows up, it's a pain in the ass. Bad translators always give some sort of, like, really garbage nickname. I don't know what to do. For the sake of time, Docs? Docs? What, it's like Bugs Bunny with brain damage having double vision be like? What's up, Docs? We're serious right now? They made that joke too, of course they did. They love nothing more than coming up with a completely nonsensical like nickname or stupid made up thing and then lampshade hanging it.
いやでも、目の前にいるのは、魔法人形か。ああ、なんかややこしいな。
Oh, no, wait. It's actually a doll, right? Ah, man, this is kind of confusing.
おば、
Oba?
5本。こちらでも相変わらずですのね。
Ahem. I see you haven't changed.
話を続けますわ。私がバナディールで異界の研究を進めていた時、狭間越しにこちらを覗き見る不快な視線に気づきましたの。
Oh my god, man. Holy shit. Okay, okay. No. So, okay, I am glad that I brought up the Deltarune thing. I'm glad I brought up the Deltarune thing, because this is actually a perfect example. If you gave me this line, and you told me translate this from Japanese into English and make it rhyme, 1, I would probably punch you in the liver. 2, I would quit on the spot. In that order. Like, you gotta give at least one sucker punch to whoever asks you to do that shit. You have like a complicated technical analysis line. And you're saying that you want to turn it into like a 2-line rhyme. Because it's always a 2-line rhyme. It's always just gotta be a really shitty 2-line rhyme with no actual cadence or flow. You just have to have one sentence end in one word, the other sentence end with a word that rhymes with the previous word. Entirely because some asshole 20 years ago unilaterally made the decision. It's so funny to think about some absolute, like, this is what you deserve. If you're a translator working on this game and you got handed this line and you were like, oh god, what the fuck do I do? This is what you deserve. You deserve this. I hope you went into fucking overtime having to try and figure out ways to make this work. Because, okay. To give you an example of something where you do have a utterly ridiculous character speech pattern, and then they translate it faithfully. This is a Deltarune character. This is another one where I saw this line, I'm like, how in the fuck could you possibly translate this into Japanese? Thou may have clawed past all thou's otherest conundrums. Just like totally nonsensical, faux fancy. Entirely used wrong. But oh look, they actually did it. Nanjizu. What? Nanjizu. 他のパズルはうまいこと突破せり、バット。It's perfect. Completely nonsensical, improperly used fancy Japanese. Having him say but in hiragana to indicate that, like, he's just talking complete nonsense. They actually did this properly. And yet, like, that's ridiculously difficult. I wouldn't wish that a line like that on anybody. And they actually did it. But here, they're just punching themselves in the balls for no reason. They're making this so hard for themselves for literally no reason. Genuinely, there is no point to any of this. You might as well, like, you could ascribe a rhyming scheme to literally any character, and it would be equally as valid, which is to say, not at all. Like, imagine that somebody, at the very beginning of ARR, just randomly offhandedly said, "Oh, you know, I think Thancred should speak exclusively in haiku." Or like, "Oh, I think that the Asians..." Right? I think that the Asians should speak exclusively in, like backwards text. You know, some shit like that. Just some total dumb bullshit, and then you get to actual, like, big dialogue, and then you have to stick to that stupid-ass decision. Anyway, back to the game. To continue. Now, while I was conducting my research into other worlds in Vanadil, I noticed an unsettling gaze peering at me from that, gap between dimensions.
その主をぶちのめ、いえ、覗き見をやめさせるために魔法人形を送り込んだのです。
ぶちの... And so I sent a magical doll to utterly to put an end to that peering. The joke here is that she's saying a very highly violent thing and then catching herself and saying a more refined, like, ladylike thing. It's like, so I said it all to fucking kill, I mean.
それからこの世界をぶらついていたところ、ジュノやウィンダスそっくりに作られた街を見つけましたの。
And then as I was... It's like, strolling about this world, I came across a town that looked... Or, like, created to look exactly like Juno and Windhurst.
バストゥークに似た街もありましたが、作りかけだったようですので、ぶち壊しておきましたわ。あの程度で完成を名乗られずに済んだのは強行でしたわね。
ぶち壊してました。There was a town that was, bore a resemblance, or that was similar to Bastuk, though it was still under construction, and as such, I destroyed it. It's like I would almost say, like, took the liberty of utterly destroying it. I don't know what she's talking about here, so I can't really accurately translate the line. What, it's like fortunate they didn't get to call, like... What's like sloppy work like that complete? I don't know.
なるほど。ともかく、その後、エコーズの残滓の襲撃を受けて暴れ、いえ、戦っているところに、我々と出会ったのですね。
Okay. Yeah, Abare. I see, so, like, while you were, dealing with the, remnants of echoes and, it's like rampaging, or rather fighting. You spotted us.
ええ。他の残滓と違い、あなたに敵意がないことはすぐにわかりましたが。
Yes, unlike the other remnants, I could tell immediately that you had no, hostility towards me.
おほほ。思わず
It's like that you were not
戦いを
hostile.
楽しんでしまいましたわ。
Oh, ho, ho. Though I suppose I got a bit carried away, and it's like though I did get a bit carried away, I did truly enjoy our battle.
もう気づいているかもしれないが、シャントット博士はこういうめちゃくちゃな人なんだ。
めちゃくちゃな人。Yeah, MTL never knows what to do with this. As you may have already figured out already, Dr. Shantoto is... I don't know, he is saying just straight up Mitsukusa. I don't know, it's like... It's basically saying that she is ridiculous. In the sense that she's absurdly powerful, just kind of does whatever the fuck she wants. You would probably be more indirect in English, of just saying, like... Like in saying, you know, incredibly unique, or... I don't know, he is just saying Mitsukusa.
ともかく、バナディールを覗き見て、かの世界の記憶を悪用していたサレージャは捕まりました。今後は、博士が不快な視線に苛まれることもないでしょ
う。Okay, in any case, Sareja, who had been, observing Vanadil and exploiting its memories, has been apprehended. Yeah, from now on, you'll no longer... have to tolerate him, peering at your world? Or at our world, he would probably say.
解決したなら何より。
Yeah, in any case, all that matters is that the situation is resolved.
あなた方を実体化させている雷の石、壊れかけているのではなくて
By the way, those... thunderstones materializing you. You are aware they're on the verge of breaking, right? Wait, Arshal, you too?
どうやら、神竜との激戦でエレクトロープが破損してしまったようだ。
It seems the electrope was damaged in the battle against Shinryu.
あなた方がバナディールへの帰還を望むのなら、この魔法人形を戻すついでに持ち帰って差し上げますけれど。
If you would wish to return to Vanadil, I could bring you back alongside this doll, if you'd like.
せっかくの提案だけどさ、俺は残るよ。オレオたちと一緒にこの世界を見て回るって約束しちまったからさ。
Thanks for the offer, but I'm gonna stay here. I already promised player character, everyone that I'd travel the world with them, travel this world with them.
後ろ髪を引かれないと言えば嘘ですが、時間が少ないというなら、なおさら仲間と冒険をしたい。
同じく? Yeah, you don't want to say same here. This is more like likewise. Yeah, it does that sometimes. The only reason I've got it is so that I've got a pop-up dictionary on another monitor with kanji readings. And to have something on screen. It's like I would be lying if I said it wasn't tempting, however. What, if my time is short, that's even more reason to want to spend that adventuring with, with friends. Huh. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, so your options are like... Honestly, it's like, I'll see you guys there. Or... next time I want you to show me around Vanadil. You're saying like, hey, come on, you can go. I did not sign up for 11. I was interested for like a second, and then I saw combat for 11, and I saw it be described as like high-speed menuing is the combat system. I'm like, I'm out. No, thank you, actually. I'm sure it's great for the people who like it, but I wouldn't call it high speed. Oh no. It's menuing. Oh no. Well, you're saying after... like, if we go back, you'll meet us in Vanadil, and we'll, we can go on an adventure there? I mean, I'd love to, but... How would you get there? And don't worry, it'll work out somehow. We'll find a way, fuck it. Yeah. I'm sure you'll find a way.
オレオ、ありがとう。ならば、君の提案に乗らせてもらうよ。
Thank you. In that case, we'll take you up on that offer.
ロープのことは、バナディールに帰ってから、我々でどうにかしてみせるさ。
We'll, find a way to... deal with the electro patch when we return to Vanadil.
だったら、帰る前にトライオラを見て回ろうぜ。また会えるにしたって、一旦お別れだ。
So, yeah, so then we'll take a look around Toraiora before we go home. Even if we'll see each other again, it's still, goodbye for now.
オレオとももっと話しておきたいしさ。
And I'd really like to talk more with you.
聞こえたぜ。トライオラへ行くなら、俺様も連れて行きてえところがある。全員の用事をまとめて済ましちまおう。
Alright. Yeah, I heard all that. If you go into Toraiora, there's some... Yeah, there's a place I want to bring you. Let's, Z no Yojo. Honestly, let's make sure you all do everything you want to do. Or everything you need to do.
もちろん、私も同行しますわ。この世界は、バナディールとの共通点が多く、非常に興味深い。嫌とは言わせませんことよ。
嫌と言わせませんことよ。Of course, I'll be coming along as well. This world is, has many similarities to Vanadil, and I find it endlessly fascinating. I will not take no for an answer.
わかったよ。仕方ないな。断ったら何されるかわからないしね。
Wait a minute. This is direct reference. I know this reference. This is a direct reference to the thing that's really memorable. That they fucked up. They screwed it up in the English. Massively. Okay, so this is... It's like, alright, I get it. I mean, after all, I don't know... You know, I don't know what you'll do if I say no. This is a direct reference. This is a direct reference to the fun thing. So... The bit... is... It's like, what, you've got a curse or something that she's gonna go deal with for you, and she says like, oh, you gotta pay me in advance, it's 5,000 gil, right? And the options in Japanese are pay, yes, or no. Like, explicitly do not pay. Explicit refusal. You watch anybody do this bit in Japanese, and they're pretty much like, wait, I can say no? That's an option? Why is that an option? It is an explicit refusal. And if you do that, she fucking kills you. Like, they have a little cutscene where she just fucking kills you. She, like, casts flare on your head and you just crumple. The English there... I'm sorry, but it's my business stance. I'll require my payment of 5,000 gil in advance. Are we clear, dear? Fine, here's your money. What? This isn't funny. Notice how the bottom option doesn't actually sound like an explicit refusal. It sounds like a renegotiation, or just a statement of shock. Remember that thing where it's like Koji Fox was saying that you had to translate the meaning of the lines but make them rhyme? Notice how he didn't do that? Notice how he wasn't capable of doing that because this is a stupid fucking speech quirk? And now... Wow, it's almost like this is... Like, people just bought into the bullshit that he was talking about of saying, like, oh yeah, she's actually just, like, super boring in the Japanese. So, Richard Mark Honeywood decided to spice it up and make her memorable by making her rhyme. And yet, here they are, in the original, directly referencing the thing that was iconic and memorable. And then she, like, laughs.
俺様が引き受けた。後でトライオラの気球発着場で合流しようぜ。
Okay. I'm a big fan. I don't know how anybody could possibly tolerate a version of this character that rhymes. Like, I think that liking the rhyming Shantoro thing is... Like, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it. No, it's not people who don't know any better. To borrow a statement from Sideways, I want to say unacceptable, but I think that it's stronger than that. Like, I would say that you're just wrong. Like, it's wrong. You are incorrect. You know? It's like if somebody said, oh yeah, you know, when I'm showering, I really love to keep my socks on. You're just wrong. There's something wrong with you. You are, like, you have a preference. The preference is wrong. It's like, oh yeah, man, I really love, like, scraping a fork against my teeth. Just love it. My favorite thing to do. You know what my favorite breakfast snack is? Spoonfuls of pure salt. You're just wrong. There is no defending the taste.
こちらにはトロール族やモブリン族によく似た種族がいるとか。私の想像以上にこの世界はバナディールと酷似しているようですわね。
I hear there are races here that are quite similar to trolls and moblins. This world is far more similar to Vana'diel than I even thought.
先ほどの君のよう、こっちは今着いたところだ。
We just got here too.
さて、俺様の用事を済ませる前に、こいつらが帰っちまうってんなら、この木に話したいやつや、見ておきたい場所もあるだろう。
Okay. Got some things I need to do. If they're really going to be going home, then I'm sure there's people they're going to want to talk to, places they want to see.
まずは、クリッシュとアルシャールに付き合ってあげてよ。その間、オイラはシャントットの案内でもしてるからさ。
Okay, you hang out with, or like keep him company. Christian, I'll show Shantoro around.
終わったら、シャバーブチまで来てくれるかい。
And when we're all done, let's meet back up in, Shababuche.
爆友じゃじゃめ、粋な気遣いをするようになったな。ならば、お言葉に甘えて、世話になった、イサム連隊の大使に、別れの挨拶を済ませておこ
う。Yeah, Baku Jaja. How considerate. Okay.
ってことは、行き先は
Yeah. We're just talking about, like, saying goodbye to people in the Braves. Okay, we can take some detours, sure. I kind of thought there would be a couple more quests, considering that the other things in the tier have had, like, a lot of quests afterwards. But this is sounding like it's the last quest in the thing. Oh no, what do I do for the rest of the stream? Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I guess I could just, like, start the role quests or something, but then that would be really weird. Did you secretly install FF11? No, I did not.
小ザマルカのモブリン族と話したとき、彼らの壺匠という文化のことを聞いた。職人のために最高の環境を整えてくれるのだろう。
Okay. Yeah, they're just talking about, like, the potters. Yeah, they make it very, like, give them the perfect environment for craftsmen. There's that NPC in Juno that goes over lore. That's probably... Doing lore without context is probably not the best stream content. It's like humans and beastmen helping one another. Something I, never saw in my own home. I've spent so long here that I feel like it'll be, confusing, perplexing return when I go back.
オルコパチャで出会ったんだ。ペルペル族に、あいつらの口癖ってちょっと真似したくなるよな。
After meeting the, Peru Peru and Orcopata, hehe. It's like what I wanted to try and, mimic that little catchphrase of theirs.
商売人が多くて、俺たちが何か言う前に、欲しい品物を
Or that little way of speaking, that little hehe. Yeah, they got a lot of goods, there's a lot of really sharp, or good salesmen, good businessmen there. They knew exactly what we wanted before we even said anything. I was actually starting to wonder if they were reading our minds. I mean, it would probably just be roll quest time or something, maybe. I am unsure. The other option, of course, would be to just, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to just be like, oh yeah, short stream. I didn't know that it was going to be the last quest. I thought there was going to be more of a thing. I thought that the whole bit was going to be Santoro shows up and now you gotta go on a little adventure to get the things or do the thing that you need to do to be able to get them to go home or something like that. Not that it would just be yeah, I could just do that. I thought there would be a little bit of a thing.
戦いに備えて薬品や調理品を調達させてもらっていた。
I was actually worried that I wouldn't be able to finish the whole thing in time.
ただ、
Yeah, I mean, I should have known.
いたらフリッシュにはよく不思議
Okay, yeah.
さすがに
Quite
準備をしすぎ
grateful to the market. I had to get, got all of the, provisions, things I needed for battle. It's I bought so much that, my bag was completely full to the point of overflowing.
そう言われてふと
Yeah, he's just an adventurer, yeah.
大量の薬品を買い込んでいたことを思い出した。体に染みついた習慣はなかなか直せんということだろう。
Yeah, it's oh yeah, thinking about it, it's good to be back in Fanadil. Used to stock up on massive quantities of potions before a big battle. I suppose it's quite hard to break old habits.
市場に並ぶ食材を見てると思い出すぜ。トラルじゃ、とにかくうまいもんをいっぱい飲み食いしたよ。
Okay, she's just talking about there's a bunch of really good food here in
そ
Toral.
れから高級マテ茶のクッキーは衝撃だった。ああ、アレクサンドリアの培養肉にはビビったな。
Wait, alpaca steak? Alpaca steak? Oh no. Shabruk pihire. Mate. Cookies. Yeah, the lab-grown meat in Alexandria was a real shock.
この世界には驚くようなうまい飯がまだまだあるんだろうな。お前が来る時のお土産。
Okay. And it's there's so much more great food here. You gotta bring me something when you come to Vanadil. Okay, but what's Shantoro gonna do with them? I mean, I guess it would be, from what I've seen of the character, it would be in character for her to just kind of have a, synthetic Prish just hanging around in her office. Like, the real Frisch shows up and she's just like, hey, what the fuck? Oh yeah, I picked up a... like a fake version of you in another world, don't worry about it. I think that would just kind of be par for the course. I'm just gonna go to the end of the quest. These little bits have been neat and all, but they haven't really been much. I'm just gonna go for the end of the quest.
Minasama, お帰りなさい。この度はご助力いただき、深く感謝いたします。
Welcome back, all of you. Thank you so much for your help.
すでに監獄へ収容されました。今後は李の院主導のもと、奴の処遇が話し合われるはずです。
Okay, so Soreja has been captured. The what it's like the court, I guess, is going to. It's pretty much like the court, like scholar court, maybe. I'm not sure what you do for this Dino. What, In? He's been captured and taken to prison. They'll decide his fate.
戦王の時代なら極刑は免れない大罪です。隊長のように投資による減刑が認められる可能性もありますが、サレージャーの場合は少なからず犠牲者が出ていますからね。
Yeah, treason against the state. Under the previous king, that would be a, what, capital crime? Yeah, while there might be a, what, reduced sentence given in, like, exchange for what, service? Like, what, like for the captain? In Soreja's instance, there have been, you know, quite a significant number of victims.
ここから先は我々にお任せください。皆様は再び冒険の旅に出られるのですか?
Okay, yeah, you're going on another adventure.
帰れることになったから別れの挨拶に来たんだ。世話になったキケザナにもよろしく伝えておいてくれねえか?
Yeah, well, actually, we just found out we can go home. Came to say, you know, goodbye. Yeah, could you let Kihazana know that we said goodbye and thanks for everything you've done?
それは寂しくなりますね。わかりました。お二人ともどうかお元気で。
Yeah. I think you would just say, in that case, I will truly miss you. The two of you, please. I wish you the best. I don't think I could. As much as I dislike alpacas as creatures, I still wouldn't be able to eat one. It'd just feel weird. Okay, we're going to Shababuche. I accidentally skipped that line, but it was basically just an explainer line saying, like, oh, we've said goodbye to everybody that we wanted to say goodbye to. Let's meet back up. Okay. Wait, why are we going... Huh? Why is this the spot?
ここがシャバーブチェだね。近くを通りがかったことはあるが、中に入るのは初めてだ。店主と話して、バクージャジャが来ていないか。
Okay, so this is Shababuche. Passed by it before. First time actually going in.
今日はいつにも増して個性的な面々だな。人数は3人でいいのか?
Oh, it's like, what? That's an interesting lineup. Table for 3.
あと2人来るはずなんだけど。
There's 2 more coming, but... Oh, there they are.
お待たせ。矢継ぎ早にあれこれ聞かれるから遅くなっちゃったよ。
Sorry to keep you waiting. You know, we got It's like what, she was firing questions at us one after the other. We got held up.
こちらの世界のマムージャー族はなかなか賢いですこと。淑女のエスコートもまあ及第点といったところですわ。
God, she's great. I'm so upset. I'm so upset that this is the final quest. Why couldn't we have done a bigger, like, adventure section with this character? It's like, what, the Mamuja of this world are... It's like, what, quite clever? Or quite smart, I must say. As for, like, as for how they've done in escorting a lady, well, I suppose they get a passing grade. Like, referring to yourself as a lady and saying, escorto. Haha.
向こうに帰っちまう前に、プリッシュたちに、ここのタコスも食わせておきたくてよ。席について待ってな。
Before you go home, I wanted you guys to get to try the tacos here. Grab a seat, let's, wait. Alright.
"シャントットのおばちゃん、食わねえのか。トライオラのタコスはうまいんだぜ。
Yeah, if I was a little bit more awake, I would try and figure out something for this Oba-chan. Oba-chan. Yeah, because it's Oba-chan. I really despise using just like auntie or something like that. You're not gonna have any. Tacos here in Toraora are great.
この体は私の魔力だけで動く魔法人形。食事など不要ですわ。
Yeah, this is a magic doll. It's like doll automaton powered by my own magic. It's doesn't require food. Bakujaja finally made up for those tacos.
タコスのちーちゃんもうまかったけど、この店も絶品だぜ。
And cheese tacos were great, but yeah, this place is amazing.
食事
Yeah,
中
this is
に
is amazing
今日
too.
は特別な余興があるんだ。
Apologies for the interruption. We have a special entertainment prepared for you tonight. Oh, hey. Whoa.
アレクサンドリアから来た未来の歌姫スコリアちゃんに一曲歌ってもらいたい。さあ、
Okay, it's like having a... He's describing her as like an up-and-coming or a future... like diva from Alexandria to sing for us. Everyone, please enjoy. Are they actually going to have a song? We are not. I feel like if you're not gonna have a song, you should probably not have a moment in which a character is supposed to be singing, but not have any singing. I mean, I don't know, it kind of gives it that retro vibe, but at the same time... It's definitely a bit awkward.
どうも、ご無沙汰しております。まさか、皆さんもいらっしゃっているとは。
Yeah, like, you could have done that, maybe, to really do the retro vibe. The like, MIDI thing. Hello again. I never imagined I would see you all here.
娘は歌姫になるという大きな夢を叶えるべく、1日も練習を欠かさずに頑張っています。
Ever since then, my daughter has been working hard, practicing every day, to fulfill her dream of becoming a famous singer.
ある日、たまたま浜辺で歌っていたところ、ブルケブさんに声をかけていただきましてね。こうして歌わせていただくようになったんですよ。
Okay. It's like one day by chance, she happened to be singing on the beach when Burukebu reached out, and that's how she ended up singing here. She just ran off.
プリッシュちゃん、聞いてくれた？私、アレクサンドリアとトライオラをつなぐ歌手になるために頑張ってるんだ。
Oh, Brish, did you hear? Working hard every day. What, to become a singer who can, connect Alexandria and Toraora, like bridge the gap, maybe?
ああ、堂々としてて、かっこよかったぜ。トラルを離れる前に、お前の歌を聴けてよかったよ。
Yeah, it's what, just like you did great out there. Glad I got to hear you sing before I left Toral.
離れる？もしかして前に言ってた故郷に帰っちゃうの？
Leave? So, wait, are you going back to that, to your home you talked about? Yeah.
だったらいつかプリッシュちゃんの故郷まで歌いに行くよ。立派な歌手になってね。
Yeah, so then someday I'll go there and sing too. After I become like a real singer.
おう、その日を楽しみに待ってるぜ。
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, that is also kind of a
そういえ
problem.
ば、そこの方から感じる魔力、どこか覚えがありますわね。まるで、バナディールであちこち首を突っ込んで回っている、あの冒険者のような。
Ooh. Yeah. It's like I was wondering what that magic I thought was. Just comparing it to like the player character in 11.
コスもうまかったし、スコリアが頑張ってるとこも見れたし、めちゃくちゃ満足だ。
The tacos were great. I got to... You just say, like, hear Scoria sing.
もう心には一つもねえって言ったら嘘になるけど、俺たちには時間がねえからな。
I'd be lying if I said I didn't have anything. Yeah, if I said, like, I had no regrets or nothing left I wanted to do, but we don't have much time.
さあ、シャントットのおばちゃん、バナディールに連れて行ってくれ。
Yeah, so, Shantoro, take us to Vanadil.
それでは、偽りのジュノまでお越しくださいまし。バナディールと最もつながりやすいのが、あの町ですから。
Okay, go to the false Juno.
なさるのでしょう。
It's the most connected to Vanadil. You'll accompany us as well, I presume. Yes. Oh, wait a minute, they just give us an instant... Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
ここにいる冒険者の残死にも、どうせ冒険者ってのはドイツ。
Also, hang on, my inventory is full of pure garbage. I literally don't have enough space for a quest reward. I cleared it out like a month or two ago, and then it just filled back up with
皆さんお
garbage.
揃いですわね。よござんす。
I hate inventory management in this game. Give me, like, just give me a bank. Give me an auto sell hotkey. Like, just give me a quick sell hotkey. That would be enough. If I could just, like, shift click and sell a thing. Instead of having to do, like, a drag confirm every fucking time. Like, even right click, left click is just, like, it's so many clicks. We're all here? No, now then, shall we begin?
さあ、バナディールの光景を強く思い浮かべてくださいな。あなた方の願いが、二つの世界をつなぐ道となるの。
Yeah, that's another one. Now then, what, imagine the, like, scenery, the landscape of Vanadil. It's like strongly, with all your might. Like that wish will become, what, the path to bridge the bridge two worlds. Again, Michi, path thing. Ah! Man, do you think when they go back to the Final Fantasy XI world, they're going to be like, man, our world is really low fidelity?
おほほほ。よくできました。花丸を差し上げますわ。
Hanamaru. Ah, very well done. Honestly, this is like, you all get a gold star. This is... Okay, so it should be Professor, then. Like, passing grade, she's talking about grades and stuff. The Hanamaru thing is, like, the little grading thing you put on, like, schoolwork for kids to indicate you did a real good job. The equivalent of saying, you get a gold star.
あなたとの手合わせ、楽しませていただきましたわ。ヘッポコくんに見せかけて、全く物おじしないところ、どこぞの冒険者を思い出しますわね。
What, thoroughly enjoyed our little, like, sparring match? It's like, what, you... what, you put on a... I'm trying to think, the Misekakete. It's like you put on an act of being an absolute hack. But you're utterly fearless. It reminds me of a certain adventurer.
"またいつかお会いしましょう。ごめん遊ばせ。
Now then, until we meet again. I beg your... Yeah, this is like either farewell or I beg your pardon.
To, もうあんまり時間が残ってねえみたいだな。派手にドンパチやっちまったし、無理もねえか。
It looks like we don't have a ton of time left. We really did, go all out, so... I guess it's to be expected.
いきなりこの世界にやってきて、最初は驚いたけど、お前らと出会って一緒に冒険できて、本当に楽しかった。
I was really shocked when it's like I suddenly woke up or came to this world, but meeting all of you, going on this adventure together, really was fun.
みんなのこと、トラルで出会った連中のこと、忘れないぜ、絶対に。
I'll never forget you, all the people we met in Toral. I promise. That's less I promise and more just like absolutely not.
俺たちの世界は、
I'll never, you just say I'll never forget, rather. Yep. Come to Vanadil sometime. Our world is waiting for you. In Final Fantasy XI install. Adventure is waiting for you. Install Final Fantasy XI. Please install Final Fantasy XI.
記憶が集まった存在。つまり、今こうして話している、私という個人は、バナディールには存在しない、ということになる。
I'm made from the collected memories of countless adventures. That is to say, I, as an individual, do not exist in Vanadil.
だが言い換えれば、私を形作っているものも、いつか君が出会うかもしれない者たちの記憶なんだ。
Yeah, but, in other words, or to think of it another way, like the things that make me, like the memories that make me. What if those are the people you might one day meet? The players of Final Fantasy XI available now.
もしも君がバナディールの地を訪れた時、そこで出会った冒険者にこう言ってくれないか?
Yeah, so, if you visit the land of Vanadil, could you please say this to the adventurers you meet there?
共に冒険をしよう、と。
Yeah. What, just like let's go on an adventure together? Let's adventure together. Form a party with players now in Final Fantasy XI.
なら、さっさと行っちまえ。時間がねえんだろうが。
If that's all you gotta say, then go on, get out of here. You don't have much time, right? Baku-cha-chas.
また、タコスを食いに来い。俺様たちは仲間なんだろ。
Hey, come back someday for. Come back someday and have some tacos. I mean, we're friends after all.
こんなオイラたちに仲間ができるなんて嬉しいね、兄じゃ。
But it sure is great that, like, guys like us can make friends or can have some friends, brother.
それじゃ、二人とも気をつけて帰るんだよ。
Yeah. What? So, you two, take care.
Matana.
Matana is just see you later.
そ、なんだか急に静かに感じやがるぜ。
Yeah, damn. Shit. Really does just feel... It's so, like, so quiet all of a sudden.
まあまあ、泣かないでよ、兄じゃ。
What? Yeah, don't cry, brother.
バカ野郎。兄が弟の前で泣くわけねえだろうが。
Yeah, shut up. No way, this is like... It is like he's, you know, doing the older brother, younger brother bit, yeah. In the sake of... just keep going. Just keep going.
に戻って、母上にアルシャールたちのことを報告しようよ。
God, it fucks me up that it says haha Joel.
みたいだからさ。
Let's haha away. Let's go back to Hamuk and tell Mother about Arashara and Prish. Didn't know them for very long, but she was quite worried about them. Man, I got no idea what to do after this ending of this quest. Oh no. Like, I don't want to randomly just start, like, the role quests or something like that. That's just a complete... tonal 180. I mean, I might I ain't crying. I might just be kind of hosed. I probably should have not done the actual fight last time.
あら、アルシャールさんたちは、やっぱり。
Welcome back. So, I see Arashar and Prish have...
帰っちまった。
Yeah, they went home.
そう、それは寂しくなるわね。あなたの数少ないお友達だったのに。
It's like, what, how sad? I don't know if you... It's not really, like, sad necessarily in the same way. You know, they were some of your very few friends.
別にあいつらは友達なんかじゃねえよ。
I mean, they weren't my friends or anything. Like, this is different.
リッシュとアルシャール、それに、俺は仲間だ。誰が何と言おうと、俺様はそう思ってる。
Oh my god, this is... you see now, the pain. You see the pain. Notice, his mother says they were some of your few friends and used the word otomodachi. Otomodachi. And then here he says, no, they weren't my friends, they were nakama, which is different than friend. They're explicitly saying that these two things are different. And the MDL is just going like, no, they're not my friends, they're my friends. You see the problem? You see the problem. This is why so many Japanese games, like, this is why you get the trope, the thing that people always make fun of saying like, oh, power of friendship, blah, blah, blah. When people translate games, all of these different words for companion, for someone like you are, fighting alongside, etc., they end up getting lumped together into friend, which is not accurate. Like, I was going with friend for Nakama earlier because it's closer to that in meaning, but it's different. Like, it isn't actually really friend, and I wanted to think of something else, but I couldn't think of anything else. And this is why you really do need to, you do need to think of something else. You probably just gotta go with comrade. Right? Like, that's the obvious one to go with, is comrade, is the difference there. But also, that's not really accurate either. Like, this nakama for comrades is also not really accurate. Like, that's like the completely obvious, that's the one you gotta go with here if you're gonna do something, but I don't like it either way. Like, I don't actually like using comrade here at all. I in fact hate it. Like, doing this is replacing all instances of nakama in the previous sections with comrade and then doing friend versus comrade here is the lazy solution. Like, that's the lazy, we don't have time, we just gotta put something down. And maybe they would have more time to think of a better solution for this if they weren't being forced into making every single fucking Shantotto line rhyme for no reason. If they weren't dedicating so many man-hours to shitty rhymes, they could come up with a better solution. Because I really don't actually like comrade here. This is one of those ones where there is an answer somewhere, but it's difficult, and it's going to require actual thought. I'm trying to think of any, like... Team? Yeah, like, honestly, team was the one that I was leaning towards, but I was trying to think of the way to make that work. Like, yeah, honestly, what I would go with then, here, like... Like, what I would go with is you would make some way of... The way that you would make this work is that when they said, like, nakama, you would say, we're a team, right? Like, Prish, Arushar, and player character, you know, we're a team. Or, like, honestly, we made a good team, is probably what you would go with for this. We made a good team. No matter what anybody else says, that's what they are to me. It's probably something closer to that, like, we made a good team. Notice that would require changing this nakama da to a past tense. It like requires a little bit more effort, but yeah, that is a good one. Team. It would require some amount of reworking of previous lines, right? Like, but this really is why a lot of Japanese stories can get a bad rap for that. And the same thing can happen in the other direction, of course, where, like, for example, how many, like, American or Western stories, rather, can you think of where the word love is used in a very important and impactful way? Right, like, if you just start throwing around the word I all over the place, or, like, you translate all of these different words for, like, affection or things like that to just I, it's going to sound weird. There are plenty of instances of this between cultures, where one culture is going to have a bunch of different words for a concept, and then another culture is just going to have, like, one or two that get used in a more broad sense. So similarly, all of these different words for, like, companion, colleague, associate, comrade, you know, you've got, like, nakama, tomo, tomodachi. A lot of them just get shortened back down to friend. And it leads to problems. But yeah, I would go with we made a good team.
"私からも礼を言わせてもらいたい。貴殿がいなければ、同族であるサレージャーの暴走を防げず、マムーク、そしてトランヨラを、さらなる危機にさらすところだった。
I must give you my thanks as well. If it were not for you, we would have been powerless to prevent what our fellow Mamuja Sareja from doing as he pleased, exposing what Mamuk and Torayora to even more danger.
マムージャ族に伝わる幻影を生み出す秘術がエレクトロープと掛け合わせ思わぬ悪用をされてしまった。後世に継承されぬよう今後は禁術としよ
う。Okay, what, like the secret spell of the Mamuja of what, conjuring phantasms was what combined with Electrope and used for or and misused to ensure that this never happens again. It will be what, forbidden from here on.
俺様だってお前やウクラマトと出会ってなければサレージャみたいに腐ってたかもしれねえな。
Yeah, if I hadn't have met you and Wuklamata, I might have ended up just as... You know, it's like, you could just say rotten. I mean, it is, like, I could have ended up just as rotten as Sareja. I would probably want to use something other than rotten, but, like, honestly, maybe just messed up. Might have ended up just as messed up as him.
継承の儀でたくさん悪いことしちゃったからね。どんな罰も甘んじて受け入れるつもりだったけど、オイラたちを信じてくれる人がいるなら、その
Vile? Nah. The problem with using the word vile is that it just doesn't match the tone for Bakujaja. Like, the way that they talk does not match up with that. They're very blunt. They're very blunt, they're very casual. Like, in the English, they just talk like fucking everybody else. Because everybody in the English talks like everybody else. There is no tone difference between any of the characters. But... like here. For example, here. 継承の儀でたくさん悪いことしちゃったね、からね。Like... This is saying, like, hey, you know, like, in the ceremony of succession, we did a lot of bad stuff. This really needs to be something along the lines of, we did a lot of bad stuff. Because it's wari koto. And then shichatta. Shichatta kara ne. It's like, it's a bit worse than that. They're kind of downplaying it a little bit. But it's just the tone, it's the way that they talk, and you need to preserve tone when you're translating, so okay, this is, I'm going to actually look at the English to see what they did. I'm gonna look at the English here, since we got all the time in the world, since I got nothing planned here. It's like I was, you know, we're fully prepared to, you know, take any punishment they give us. But, you know, if people still, like, want to believe in us, well, you know, we want to live up to that trust. It's like if people are still willing to believe in us, we want to live up to that trust. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. We might have walked a similar path if not for you and Wuklamat. Completely. Not even slightly the tone. 俺様だってお前やウクラマットと出会ってなければサレージャみたいに腐ったかもしれねえ。に腐ってたかもしれねえな。Like, that really should be, you know, if I hadn't met you and Wuklamat, you know, probably could have ended up just as messed up as Sareja. You could go with Rotten there. That's a potentially valid one. You know, like Rotten to the core, just like Sareja. Many different options. Instead, we might have walked a similar path if not for you and Wuklamat. Where's the character personality? This could be any character. This top line could be any character. If you just took this out here, you would have no idea who this is. If I saw this line in isolation, the Ore-sama datte, it's like, oh, that's Baku Jaja. Instantly, I know what character this is. He speaks in a very distinctive way. Not just because of the usage of Ore-sama, that's like a dead giveaway, but at the same time, it's just like the way that he kind of, you know, he slurs his words. He uses a lot of contractions. He's excessively haughty and blunt. You get that rough manner of speech from the way that he talks. He talks the way that he acts. Aggressive, brash, rough. We made many mistakes during the Rite of Succession. Mistakes? No, he says, "Warei koto shichatta." We did a lot of bad things. Why are you having him downplay what he did here in the English? Mistakes? No, he's specifically saying we did a lot of bad stuff. Hurt many people. Despite all we've done, we were given a second chance, and as long as there are those who believe us, we will keep trying to live up to their expectations. You completely got rid of the line of him saying we were ready to take any punishment they would give us, which is the actual important part of the line. You got rid of the most important part of the line. And also, notice, tone, completely gone. Like, just the other day, I saw somebody say Final Fantasy XIV as a translation is actually pretty bad, but it gets a lot of praise because of how stylistically diverse it is. What stylistic diversity? Where? Do you see it? Is it present in the room with us? They had fucking Sugar Riot talk like a completely normal person, but she's got a ridiculously heavy lisp. What diversity? Like, just compare that second one to... And the ceremony session, we did a lot of bad stuff. We were ready to take any punishment they give us, but... if there's still, like, people out there who believe in us... I want to live up to that trust.
I'm
not gonna go down, like, 二度と間違った道を行かねえ。I'm not gonna go down the wrong path again. Yeah, this nakama. It's like, what? If you're gonna go with the team thing here again, it's like, you know, I'm not gonna do that to my team. I think that the Sugar Riot thing is probably the most ridiculous. Like, the Sugar Riot thing, I keep bringing it up, the energy tonic thing. Just total nonsense. Yeah, what is this? We've found the right path now and won't stray from it again. We refuse to be a burden to our comrades. Like, the Japanese is doing the classic bit of, he's still got the same attitude, he's still the rough and tumble sort of guy, but he's indirectly saying what he really feels, right? And also, this is fairly honest, he's just saying, I'm not going to go down the wrong path again. I don't want to do that to my team.
Bakujaja. これから俺は俺の生きたいように生きるぜ。だから父上もそうすりゃいい。機会さえあれば人はどうにだってなれるんだ。
Yeah, so from here on out, I'm gonna, you know, live exactly the way I want to. So, Father, you should do the same. People just need a chance, and it's like what? People just need a chance. And they can become anything. Or it's like just given you know, if they just get a chance. It's not really like they can change. どうにだってなれる. It's like you can be anything.
そうだな、お前の言う通りだ。すまなかった、息子よ。
Oh god. Oh god. That would be so funny. It would be so funny if they, like, decided randomly that every single Bakujaja line needed to be doubled up, even though it was very obvious that both heads were not talking at the same time. Yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry, my son.
てなわけで、何か困ったことがあったら、俺様に言えよ。お前の気に入らねえやつを、ぶっ飛ばしてほしいとかよ。
I'm sorry, what? Hang on. It's not too late to find yours as well, Father. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that people only need the opportunity to change. Perhaps you're right, son. Perhaps you're right. In the Japanese, he actually apologizes to Bakujaja. In the English, he doesn't. They got rid of his abusive father apologizing to him. They actually got rid of his abusive father apologizing to him. It's not like an amazing apology, it's just a sumanakatta. But like, that kind of fits for the way that these characters are. It's still an apology. Yeah, so, you know, if you're ever in trouble, just give me a call. お前の気に入らないねえやつ. If there's anybody you don't... Like, if there's anybody you just can't stand, like... Okay, this line is very fun. It's like, yeah, if you're ever in trouble, you can count on me. You know, if there's somebody you just can't stand, give me a call and I'll beat the shit out of them for you. Or like, I'll kick their ass for you. That's probably what you would go with for this. You know, if there's someone you just can't stand, give me a call and I'll kick their ass for you. Or I'll go kick their ass. ぶっ飛ばして欲しいとかよ。Notice the very casual, almost like childlike way that he is speaking here. And then...
兄者はもうちょっとお行儀よくならないとね。リオ王様にでも預けてみようかな。
Yeah, brother, you really do need to... What, like, learn some manners? And maybe we should just... What, it's like have you learn from the Scholar King? Oh.
それにしても、グリッシュちゃんたち、無事に帰ることができたかしら。いつかまた遊びに来てほしいわ。
Okay, so... If you're ever in need of help again, don't hesitate to call on me. Your enemies will rue the day they met Bakur Jaja. Everybody talks the same. Everybody talks the same. Why is he talking like this? He doesn't talk like a grandiose, like, grand warrior. He's talking like a petty thug. That's the point. It's not like your enemies will rue the day, either. He just said, like, if there's somebody you don't like. Not even, like, if there's a good reason for you to, like, have an enemy. Just if there's somebody you just can't stand. Like, you just don't like that guy. Just let me know and I'll go kick their ass. I got you, bro. Perhaps violence shouldn't be our first solution. Shut up, man. Yeah, Krish and Alshal, I do hope they made it back safe. I really hope they come visit again. I'm sure they will. That's a lie. The top option was like, you know, all go and see them, but I went with the bottom option.
の仮想にいる冒険者たちに小さな変化があったようです。声をかけて、
Oh, okay. Yeah, my inventory is currently not full of, dyes. It's currently full of a bunch of, like, the, raid tier items. Random-ass materia. Gear chests that remain unopened. I'll fix my inventory at some point. Before next stream. Oh, the classic Final Fantasy.
どうした?
What's up?
いや、短い間だったけれど、いろいろなことがあったな、と思って。
I was just thinking, yeah, it was... Yeah, it was... Yeah, it's like it was short, but so much happened. Yeah, you're right. So, Nanimo It's like, what, at the beginning of the journey, what? Nanimo nakatta. What, I had nothing, probably? It's like I had no memories or weapons, but like something drove me that I couldn't put to words. As we fought together, you know, I remembered. This one is probably friends, that I fought to protect my friends, their happiness. And I thought, it's like I knew, rather, that, like, of something but more valuable than any treasure. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. It's like we'll cross paths, you could say. You could do path there. Until then.
さあ、行こう。私たちの
Yeah, let's go. To our adventure. Fucking crunchy tacos, man. It remains. It stays. Undefeated. That line is ridiculously hard to translate. That is ridiculously hard to translate, but also just, like, genuinely beautiful. I don't even want to know what that is in English. Okay. Okay. Dareka ga matteiru. Dareka o matteiru. We'll keep the light on? Fuck off. Fuck off. Really? Okay. That is hyper-personal. In the Japanese. That's hyper-personal. Fuck off, we'll keep the light on. That's not even close. Okay. 誰かが待っている。誰かを待っている。The meaning there is like someone is waiting for someone. The meaning there being like specifically. Yeah. It doesn't land as well in English if you do it direct, obviously. But it's personal. It's hyper-personal. You're always welcome here. That's at least a little bit closer. What, like they're waiting? The problem is that you can't go with, like, they're waiting, period, for you. You can't say you. There. It's supposed to be indirect, it's supposed to be implied, and it's not necessarily even supposed to be about you. Inherently. Fuck, that's hard. But, like, we'll leave the light on is such a cheap line. Is really the way that I would describe that. It's cheap. Just like all of their fucking... like, all of these translations that they did for Baku Jaja and stuff. They're cheap. They're hacky, they're cheap. They take the easy way out. That one pisses me off. That one really pisses me off. And the thing is that the music and the art is going to do the heavy lifting there. No, like, I'm not gonna go that far and say it's like, oh, it sounds childish. I get what they mean. I get what they're going for, but it's cheap. The music and the art is doing the heavy lifting for them. It's cheap. It's like, we'll leave the light on, you're always welcome, right? Like, we're here waiting for you. But it's not supposed to be that. Ah, 誰かが待っている。誰かを待っている。Yeah, because it's like... The problem is that it's hard to make it singular. Like, if you say, they're always waiting... then that makes it sound, like, more explicitly like they're just saying, like, oh, go play Final Fantasy XI. Where it's supposed to be more of, like, just a personal, wistful sort of line. You know, like expressing a sort of longing. Like, okay, it evokes the imagery of somebody, like, you know, sitting by a window and just looking out. You know, sitting by a window looking out, hoping to see that person that they're waiting for. It's supposed to be more like that. We'll leave the light on is like, we're gonna be going about our days, like we're just gonna keep doing our thing and you can show up if you want. You're always welcome. It's not an active action. There's no active longing in it. It's a statement of you can come by whenever you feel like it, whenever you're ready, instead of an active act of longing. It removes the emotional drive? They're very different things. And like, again, it's hard, but maybe you would have more time to workshop something better if you weren't doing a bunch of stupid rhymes. I mean, I can't pivot to anything else after that. Fuck, I'm gonna need to consult. I need to, like, actually talk to some people and try and think of a way to do that line justice. Because that's fucking beautiful. Extra dungeons from him. I mean... I feel like it's probably better to just have it be a short one and end it on that. I think I did twinning. I don't know if I did the other ones. I mean, I think it's better to just leave it on that because that was genuinely fantastic. That's a incredibly touching send-off. Like, I don't even give a shit about Final Fantasy XI, and that was great. Also, if I was to do any more content, I would need to, deal with my inventory that is currently full of bullshit. And I don't want to do that on stream. I don't want to do that. So honestly, I think I'm just going to call it here because I vastly overestimated how much content was left in this little raid thing. I don't know what to do for the next one. I don't know if I do MSQ, I don't know if I do role quests, I don't know if I do job quests. I guess I could do, what, like, maybe the Viper job quest would be a good one to do. Because it, like, directly relates to Dawn Trail. I mean, all I needed to see in 11 was the rhyming thing. Like, it's all clearly of the same caliber. Yo, what up? Unfortunately, we just finished the raid tier. Or we just finished the Alliance raid series, and I thought this was going to go on for much longer, so this is definitely a shorter stream. I need to figure out what to do. I'm leaning towards Viper Job Quest. We're so back, it's so over. Yeah. Very unfortunate. I apologize. I feel like anything else that I would do right now would just be kind of half-assed and would take away from how good that little send-off was. And as always, man, the 2D art for Square Enix is just amazing. Yeah, like... the 誰かが待っている、誰かを待っている. It's... We'll leave the light on is so passive. There's no... I'm sure that they think that they did really great with that. Ugh. I would rather focus in on how fucking good 誰かが待っている、誰かを待っている is. Genuinely. Like, the genuine love and care that is put into the game is very excellent. It's a big part of why this is one of my favorite games of all time. Despite how much I don't like the inventory system, I don't really like the combat that much. It goes to show that the game, the story, all of that stuff is just so fucking good. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Apologies for the shorter stream. Probably Viper Job Quest next time. Probably. Alright. Peace.